everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft. Now today I'm back with a tutorial and I'm going to show you, I think it's about 5 or 6 different ways you can make a shaker card or some kind of shaker tag or whatever you want to make. So the first way is you can make a shaker card with tulle, alright, just regular tulle. I'm using this pink roll of tulle. You can pick it up really cheaply from Aliexpress. So I've cut a piece of that. Now I've got just a random card base here. I've cut a piece of patterned paper that I know is going to fit the base of my card, and what I've done is I've put double-sided tape around all of the edges. I'm using this beautiful frame die. Of course you can use anything you've got, because that is then going to sit on the top like that, okay? And I've just cut a little sentiment which I'm probably going to have in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I've cut the tulle so that, I know it's a little bit hard to see, but I know that it fits all around the card front, okay? Now I've probably cut a bit too much, so I think I'm gonna just trim a little bit of it off, so I think it's a little bit too big. Okay, and then I might just cut a little bit off one of the sides as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel I'm going to peel one of the side pieces of the tape off, and then I'm going to have the tulle where it would be over the front of the paper, and then I'm going to start and just fold that round onto the tape. Okay, so just fold it over. Do that bit again, I didn't stick it right there. Okay, so as you can see, I've got that folded round. Then I am going to do the same with the opposite side. Okay, so peel the tape, the backing off, and then again we're just going to fold this tulle over onto the tape, okay, and then I'm going to trim a little bit off the bottom because I think it's still a little bit too much. Peel the tape off the bottom. And then we are going to again just fold the tulle so that it sticks to the tape. Alright, and then we've got some open in here, and this is where we're going to drop our sequins or embellishments, whatever you want to have. So let's have a look in here. And this, I got this from Aliexpress, and honestly it is way bigger than I expected. It is brilliant. In fact, I'm going to have to order another one. You get the whole thing, you get 18 pots, really good size pots as well. Brilliant. I think it's only something like $6 or $7, which is obviously less in, you know, English money, but it's brilliant. And they screw on and you can just have all your sequins in. So I'll put the link for that because it's fantastic. So what I'm going to do is take these blue sequins and I'm just going to start tipping them in there. See, isn't that so cool? And then I might pop, I mean, I wouldn't put anything like too heavy in. What else can we pop in? Oh, I'm going to put some of these little yellow ones because there's yellow on the butterflies. Just a few of these. And just give them a shake and a mix. There we go. Easy. And then we're going to peel the backing off the top glue and we're going to seal our little shaker bits closed so none can come out now. And basically that's how you create a shaker with tulle. So what I'm going to do is I am then going to stick this frame to the front. Okay, so that is going to go, I'm going to glue this to here. So I think what I'm just going to do is put some glitter glue just all around the frame. That's so cool. And then I've got the Thinking of You, which I'm going to just put in the middle like that. I think I'll just glue this up, glue this down. So there we go, there is the first way you can make a shaker card. Okay, so the next way we can do a shaker card is with vellum, and we can also make it flat as well, so we don't need any foam tape. So I've just got a card base that I've made, and these are just some layering frame dies that I've got. I got these from Aliexpress and I'll put the link in the description if anyone's interested. But I've just cut out one size and then I've cut two of the same size, which is just slightly smaller because that's going to go on there like that. And I've put just normal tape around that frame, and then I've put tape again around the inside of the vellum for that to stick to there. Okay, and then that would stick to there and hide the tape anyway. So I thought it might be quite nice to heat emboss the vellum. So I've got this, just this butterfly stamp again. I think this is from Aliexpress. and I'm just gonna, I think I'm just gonna put it in the bottom, because I've got a sentiment here that I've cut out, which is happy birthday, and I'm gonna kind of end up gluing that there. So I think I'll just do the butterfly down here. Oh, that smells gorgeous. Okay, so I've just got some Versamark, and I'm just going to stamp the butterfly, ink up the butterfly rather. And I'm just going to stamp it kind of at the bottom, I think, just about there. Okay, you can see that. And then I've got some embossing powder. Looks absolutely beautiful. So we can start putting this together. So I've got some sequins. I've got, like, I think I'm going to use these two colours here. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to glue this, stick our frame onto this piece here, because I've already put tape on the back. Okay, so we've got that now, and then we've got tape on the back as well, so we know that that's going to kind of stick there. So we need to keep our sequins in the middle of here. I'm going to just try and get this nice and central. And it shakes because so there's another way you can make them. I think that looks really, really pretty. And then the happy birthday, I am just gonna glue that over there. There we go. That's a way you can make a flat vellum shaker card. So I hope you'll give that one a try. I think it's turned out really, really pretty. So the next way we can make shakers is with packaging. So I've got these metallic shapes that I've had for ages when I was with Stampin' Up, and the actual front piece of the packaging. So I've got another one here because I had two, and I've just tore it off, and then I've just put some double-sided tape on the back. So you get these with all sorts of stuff, anything you know you buy. you can just tear it off and save them. And what I've done is I've cut excuse me, I've cut a couple of these which are from the frames I've used with the other card. These are huge, these dies, I love them. And again, I said I was going to put the link anyway, because I'm going to make this into a tag. So I've cut this one out of paper, and then I've cut a plain one for the back, so you could write a message or whatever you want. So first I'm going to glue these two together. Alright, so it's really thick now. So that's that. And then I am going to attach this on to here. Okay, this is what will happen. And then what I thought, because this is not too bad actually, it's nice and white, so you could just leave it like that. But then I thought it would be nice to kind of glue this little pom-pom trim around the sides, which makes it look really pretty then. So what I'm going to do is get some sequins, and I'm just going to start popping them in. So I am going to stick that roughly in the middle, and just make sure that's stuck down. How cool is that? Love that. And then I'm going to punch my hole in the top, because as I said, I'm going to make this one into a tag. And then I've got some Fabri-Tac. This is brilliant, this glue. I say this all the time, but it really is. And I'm going to glue the trim just all the way around the plastic edge. How cool is that? I didn't really realise I could have just gone around and I'd cut them two bits there, but it's okay. Yeah, I think that is really, really nice. And then what I've done is I've just cut another bow, which I am just going to pop on the side like that. So there we go. There is another way you can make cool little shaker gifts. I think this one looks really, really nice. So I hope you've enjoyed that one. Okay, so I'm back with another way. Now, for example, I have this shaker die, and the problem that we have is a bit like what I had with the mermaid wand. I should have done it this way, but never mind. It's really thin, so it's quite hard to get foam tape around there. Okay, so I'm sure you've seen this done before, but what I've done is I've cut out about 4 of this die, and I've just glued it together, so it's now pretty thick. Okay, and then I've got a piece in gold which is going to go on the top. I've cut a one out in pink which will go on the bottom, and then I've also cut out a piece of acetate. So what I'm going to do is I am going to glue the acetate onto the back of what will be the front piece of the shaker. But yeah, you can do this when you've got, you know, fiddly bits, that thin pieces which is really hard to get tape to fit them. Okay, so you're going to just glue the acetate straight down . Okay, there we go, and then I'm going to glue this onto there. And as you can see, that is going to leave the piece, you know, the indent for the recess rather, for our shakers. So I've got a few . This is then going to stick onto front. Okay, so I'm going to put glue then just got this little bit here which is going to go just on there. And then I cut another piece to go in there. And then I also just made this little bow, like a little twine bow, which I'm gonna just stick on the top. There we go. So there is another way you can make a shaker without having to use the foam tape, okay, because that is really fine. So yeah, so we will do the last way. Okay, so I'm back with the last way we can make a shaker. This one happens to be a tag that I'm going to make. So I've just used some large tag dies that I've got. You can use anything you want. I've cut the largest one out of some pretty card, and then what I've done is, again, I've cut the large one from glitter, but then I've took a couple of sizes down and I've cut out a window, okay. And then all I've done is I've just put some foam pads on the back to lift it up a little bit because I don't want it completely flat. Okay, now what we're going to use is, I've used this before, fuse tool, really good to make shakers. So I've got just a bit of scrappy plastic. I think it was just from an A4 pocket, like, you know, like a punched pocket, and it's already sealed down 2 sides. Okay, so that's better for me really. Now I've just got this old bit of chipboard that I've messed up. I find it works good on chipboard. It's been heating up for about half an hour. So I'm going to take one of the dies, because that's going to go on there. So I've took a kind of a size which is a little bit bigger than the smallest one I used to create the hole, if you get what I mean. So I'm going to use this as a guide to make the pocket. So I don't need to seal this side and the bottom, so I'm just going to pop it on. Okay, and then I'm going to run the fuse tool just kind of round there and down. Okay, help if I could get this cable out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to run it just along here and then down. Okay, and that has now sealed the pocket. And then if you want, you can then go over it again a little bit further out, just to make double sure that it isn't going to come apart. Okay, so that's what we've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and drop sequins in the top. Going to make sure the sequins are not in the way, and then I am going to put this back on, and all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go around as a guide. Okay, and then I might just move it up a little bit and just go around again, just to make sure they don't come out. Right, and now we've got our little pocket. So if we take some scissors, and I'm just going to cut just beside the line. I'm not going to cut on the line, just next to it. And there we go. So there's our little pocket. So I am going to glue this to the tag, and then I am going to put this over the top. Okay, so I think I'm just going to use some glue to glue this on. So I'm going to position this just over the top, just try and get it even. And then I've cut out this word, which is love, and I'm going to stick it over the middle because I kind of thought it actually looks like it's joined, kind of joined onto the tag, which I thought was nice. So I'm just going to glue that over the front, and that is it. That's a few different ways you can make shakers. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll at least give some of them a try. Just make sure that's glued. There we go. So there's the one that was just done. We've got the perfume, we've got the packaging, we've got the tool, and we've got the flat vellum card. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I think they're all great ways to make shakers. So yeah, I'll be back again soon with another video, and I'll put any links that I can in the description for dyes or whatever I've used. Yeah, so thanks for watching, take care, and bye for now.